The man was at the checkout counter when the beautiful woman beside him stared at him and struck up a conversation. Ian felt happy and was about to respond when the woman suddenly pressed him down, and then she fired a shot. It turned out that a hitman had targeted them. Ian leaned against the shelf trying to find a chance to escape, but the woman blocked him again. She pulled out a new type of weapon and inserted it into her gun to monitor the enemy's movements. However, the hitman shot directly, and a bullet pierced through the back of the woman's head. Ian, terrified, covered his head. The woman quickly grabbed Ian, shot out all the mirrors around them, and then exploded a flour sack, causing a fire that blocked the hitman from getting close. Taking advantage of the chaos, Ian tried to escape but nearly got hit by the hitman. In a critical moment, the woman drove up in a red sports car, crashed into Ian, and hurriedly sped away. But the hitman didn't give up the chase. The woman shattered the car's windshield, forcing Ian to grab the steering wheel while she leaned her body out of the car, shooting at the hitman. Just then, a bus came toward them and the woman tilted her head back to avoid it. The hitman fired 2 bullets that curved through the air, hitting the tires of the sports car. Up ahead, a police car was blocking their way, but the woman swerved the car in front of it, spun over the cops' heads, and then crashed into a bus, successfully landing and escaping. Ian was knocked unconscious from the shock and was taken to the Assassin's Guild. The members there were some of the world's most elite assassins, and they kept a close eye on Ian, making it impossible for him to escape. The leader of the guild handed Ian a handgun and instructed him to shoot the fly's wings. Ian protested, claiming he had never used a gun and would surely miss, but they didn't allow him to refuse. Someone pointed a gun at his head. Overcome with fear and anxiety, Ian felt like he couldn't breathe, with only the sound of his frantic heartbeat surrounding him. Time seemed to slow down before his eyes. At that moment he saw the fly's wings clearly, and with a precise shot he managed to shoot them off. The man explained to Ian that he was a descendant of the Assassin's Guild, naturally gifted with abilities that made him capable of becoming a top assassin. The guild had already transferred his father's inheritance to his name, and if he joined them he could reach the pinnacle of success. The next day, Ian found $3.6 million in his account. He returned to his company, where his boss yelled at him again. This time, Ian didn't tolerate it and gave his boss a good verbal thrashing, venting all his pent-up anger. Then he grabbed a keyboard and knocked out a colleague with whom he had long-standing grudges. After leaving the company, Ian felt a newfound sense of confidence. He got into the woman's luxury car, leaving behind his old, worthless life for good.